In this video, I'm going to talk about the 30th anniversary of Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden. This was released on May 11th, 1992. It was the last album with Bruce Dickenson before he left the band in the 90s, and it was produced by Steve Harris. It's also the last album with a longtime collaborator, Martin Birch. So last year, I reviewed all the Iron Maiden albums with this one included. You can find that review on a playlist on my channel page. In this video, I want to talk about how I can actually trim down the album to make it an almost like perfect album. So my idea is that the original album is about like an hour long. It has some songs that are kind of like weaker ones or even like filler. So I'm going to trim those out, and then I'll just like re-rank the remaining songs. I'll give them like a score out of 10. And that would make like an album that's about like 45 minutes long. So before I begin, let me know 2 or 3 songs you would remove from this album to trim it down. And let me start with the ones that I would remove. So the first one I would remove is From Here to Eternity. It doesn't sound like an Iron Maiden song. I know it was a single and everything, but it's something more like a Bruce Dickinson solo album song. They're continuing the story of Charlotte the Harlot, but just the sound and the tone, I think it doesn't really fit the band in my opinion. And for that reason, I'll remove it from the album. Chains of Misery is another one I'll remove from the album. I feel it's a little like too upbeat for an Iron Maiden album. You know, it kind of has like a commercial sounding chorus, and maybe like a hair metal sound, and it's not that great, so I will remove it. Judas Be My Guide. It's a short song, a little over 3 minutes. This one's okay, but I'm going to remove this one from the album. I think it's just too short, and it would be better suited for like a Bruce Dickinson solo album. Even though the song is not that bad, it has some cool melodies, but I'm going to get rid of it. Weekend Warrior. This one is definitely coming off the album. It's just another one that sounds like something from a Bruce Dickinson solo album. I thought of like the album like Tattooed Millionaire. It kind of like fits on that type of album. It's about football hooligans. It's not really the type of lyrical content from a band writing like Number of the Beast and those types of songs. But for that reason, I'm going to get rid of it. So those are the songs I'm going to get rid of it. Now, these next songs I'm going to keep on the album. So these next songs will make like a good, really good 45-minute album. And I'll talk about them. I'll give each a score out of 10. So the album would start with Be Quick or Be Dead. Really great song, classic Iron Maiden sound. It's fast-paced, has lots of melody. The riffing is really good. It's a short song, really not bad for the band, and I really like the lyrical content. This song I give an 8 out of 10. Afraid to Shoot Strangers, a really awesome song. And I think at this point, the band is really starting to foreshadow their like more modern like sound. Has like melodic singing by Bruce Dickinson. After about 2.5 minutes, the song takes like a melodic turn. Really love the guitar riff and melody. Like the third part comes in near like the 4-minute mark. Then they get like fast and play that classic style. A really great song. It's a little kind of long, 7 minutes, but one of my favorites, and this one is a 9.5 out of 10. Fear's the Key, another underrated song, kind of like an Egyptian feel. I think this could have been on like the Powerslave album. You know, something about that melody in the song is very infectious, and I'm going to give this song a 9 out of 10. Childhood End, a really good song. This one kind of foreshadows their modern sound. It would fit a more like an album like Brave New World. It's not a long song, but it has all the elements to keep an Iron Maiden fan happy. It has that thick bass sound, the melodic guitar riffs, great vocal performance by Bruce Dickinson. It's a really great song, and I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Wasting Love. This is their attempt at doing a ballad. I know the song's a little different from what they're known for, but I'm going to keep it on the new version of this album. I think they did a good job with it. I think they were, going for that hair metal sound, but it does have enough melody, and it has enough of that like Iron Maiden, signature style. And for that reason, I'm keeping it on. It's decent. I give it a 7 out of 10. The Fugitive, underrated song. This is classic Iron Maiden. It has that like bass by Steve Harris, the heavy chords balancing the melodic lead guitars. The song has like lots of changes, and it's a short song as well. It tells a story, something Iron Maiden is known for. The chorus is catchy. It gets a little repetitive, but doesn't take away from the song. My score for this is 8 out of 10. The Apparition, it's a really good song, really nice beat. It sounds a little different for the band, but it's a catchy song. The song kind of takes a turn around the middle of the song and have some cool like guitar playing. Does he have like a little bit of like that, like prog rock elements? They play with the time signatures. My score 8 out of 10. And Fear the Dark, the final one, and this is my favorite song from the album, and this will always stay in it. One of their live staples, has everything you want from an Iron Maiden song. You know, the soft guitars, the catchy riffs, the sing-along choruses, and one of their best songs. It gets played a lot. I don't get bored of it, and my score for this is a 10 out of 10. So that is all. Let's talk about it in the comments section. Up next, a review of Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? I'll be ranking the 3 Days Grace albums, new releases, Jungle Rot, Misery Index, Grand Bonnet Band. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.